A really big day in the WNBA, a four-game slate. That's a quadruple header of WNBA action on the hardwood. And at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight, we will learn who makes the WNBA All-Star team as well. So a lot will be at stake tonight. And I'm sure the discourse should be so fun surrounding one Caitlin Clark, as her Indiana team has won 6 of its last 9 games. If the season were to end today, it has not, but nearing its midway point, Indiana would be one of the top 8 of the 12 teams in the W making the playoffs. Tonight, the Fever on the road against the two-time reigning WNBA champs, the Las Vegas Aces, who struggled to start the year 6-6, had dropped 4 of 5, a 3-game skid for the first time since 2019. But with the point guard, Chelsea Gray, back, it has been very sunny times in Las Vegas, looking like the two-time defending WNBA champs. And a 13-point spread in favor of Vegas tonight. The over-under stands at 178.5.
Yeah, this is odd because you take a look at a 10-6 team and an 8-12 team, so you figure one team is going to be favored, and that's the Aces since they're at home, but by 2 touchdowns. Are we entering into the torture chamber tonight for the Fever? That's one to watch out because even though we understand the Aces don't have the best record in the WNBA, we figure them to be the best overall team in the WNBA and maybe coming into their own now because their starting lineup is getting back to being whole, but also playing much better are the Fever. If we were to take a look at this Fever in the first 5 to 6 games, Ben, of the season, going to take on the Aces in Las Vegas, it would be anticipated. I'm interested to see how a foregone conclusion game based on the spread actually turns out here because we saw some fight in the Fever in their last game on the road, taking on an opponent to come back here. Can we get that same type of effort? Because the one thing we know, all eyes are going to be on Caitlin Clark tonight out there in the desert. We'll see how it turns out, but my goodness, 13-point favorites here. Should be an easy victory. Let's see what the Fever and how much fight they have tonight.
And it's not like Las Vegas has been beating up simply on bad teams in Chelsea Gray's return. They've got victories over the Sun and the Storm near Las Vegas at the top of the table. Chelsea Gray, 22 points in her most recent game in only 26 minutes of action. But as of this moment, Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's leader in terms of assists, not just in rookies, but in all of the W. 7.5 is the number. The over has the plus money at plus 120. 7 or more dimes for Clark in her last 4 games. Double digits in 2 of the 4. 9+ in 3 of the last 6 for Caitlin Clark. And nobody's better than jaWilson at this moment, DRS. She is going to run away with the WNBA MVP award for the second time in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, and we take a look at those stat lines because we're so used to taking a look at it on an NBA statistic, which is based on prices of 220, 230, and 240 as totals in regular season basketball games. They're not nearly as high in the WNBA, but we still have jaWilson averaging 27 and 11 every single game.
Nuts.
Clearly the best team in the WNBA. It's clearly the best team, and also for myself, the best player in the WNBA. So you take a look at the statistics and you try to ramp them up to other leagues. It doesn't match up. It just goes to show you how dominant she actually is in her own league.
And you see the prices there, 27.5 for her points, 11.5 for her rebounds. Now minus 470 for jaWilson to win the WNBA MVP hardware this season. Don't forget, we told you about that plus money price before the season got underway. Elsewhere around the W tonight, it's a rematch of the Commissioner's Cup final exactly 1 week later. Tonight, regular season action in Brooklyn between the Liberty and the Lynx. It was Minnesota winning outright as a 5.5-point underdog on Long Island last week for that Cup championship. Now a 6-point dog tonight against New York.
Yeah, payback tonight. And also, you hit the nail on the head. This game is played at the Barclays Center, the true home court of the Liberty, as opposed to going out on Long Island. I think they take care of business tonight in the spread. Even if we're looking at around 6 to 7 points here, I think the Liberty handle their business and get that payback in style.
Yeah. I would look at the Liberty team total. I would keep an eye on just the game over-under, 168.5. Other WNBA games to round out the quadruple header. The Atlanta Dream, a 2-point home favorite against the Chicago Sky. Can it be 11 consecutive double-doubles in a row for Angel Reese? That line has actually worked a ton. Now it's an even pick of -110 on both sides. And the Sparks at home tonight against the Mystics, two of the teams near the bottom of the board in the WNBA standings at this moment. LA, a slight 1.5 favorite at home tonight against the Sticks. And don't forget, WNBA All-Star team announced tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Just enjoy the basketball. Let's not go crazy, please, on the social media interwebs.